Oh, y'all came along through heaven. We went to the adoption agency then was the Dougherty County Welfare Department. And this lovely Ms. Hillsman was the director of it. That's Ann Knight's mother. And just one of the nicest people in the world. Attractive and intelligent, and she had everything. So they have to go through this process where they come to your home and visit you, and they have you together and visit you, and then they come, went to see Stuart at his office, and then came to see me here, and on and on and on to be sure you're fit for parenting. And so Ben had already adopted his children, and Ben said, "Now, Ward, I want to tell you something." Said they are big on potty training, so give that some thought. So I don't know whether Ms. Hillsman mentioned it or not, but I was ready. So then after 2 years of the process and waiting, they called and said, "You have a son." So we were supposed to keep it secret, but of course I had been gathering clothes, and I ran down to Palmyra drugstore and bought a lot of baby things, and the secret was out. And so some people knew, that we were going to get you. So we got you, and you were adorable, and you spit up on your daddy's shoulder immediately. Oh, and we took a little baby dress to bring you home in, and we had to dash out and buy a little romper outfit. You wouldn't fit into that baby dress. And so then we came home, and Mama was living here.
Where did you pick me up physically?
Where? In Macon, yeah.
Would it have been at an office?
Yeah, well, yeah, It was, and the welfare department's place. And so you see the baby, and then you go sleep on it, and then you go back and get the baby the next morning.
Wow.
And so we did, and then we called Mama, and she passed the word to Ben that we were on the way home. And when we got here, Mother called Ben and Mary right away, and they came down, and we had the best time, and you were adorable. And so I walked out of the room to go to the kitchen, and when I got back in, my baby's clothes had been changed. And I said, "Who changed my baby?" And Mama said, "I did. I thought he was dressed a little too warm. He wasn't dressed warm enough." And Ben could tell I didn't like it, and Ben said, "Mama, come on out here." And he said, "Mama, this is Nell's baby." So anyway, Mom was pretty good about that.
Yeah. So was it okay living with her? What was it like when she lived here?
It was all right, yeah. Daddy was so sweet and good about it. He was really good. And she lived here 9 years. And and sold her house in Leesburg, of course. And so it was all right.
What was the difference in temperament between me and Liz? What was I like as a little kid and what was Liz like?
Oh, you were quieter and smiling all the time, just real relaxed. And Sis, of course, was smiling too, but she was watching to see what's going to happen next and see if it was all okay. But you were just maybe a little more relaxed. And Liz got relaxed, got quite relaxed enough, but she was, speedy, and you and I not speedy.
In the home movies, you see some of the maids come through.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Caretakers. What did they do most of the time? What kinds of?
I did, all the people my age worked on league work and all sorts of volunteer work. And then it was such a funny process. We worked to go through the process. You have to go to get in the junior league, and that took untold hours. You have a course, and I was the education chairman for that course. And the whole thing is pretty ludicrous. And then the ladies come down from New York to visit, and we wined them and dined them. And so we were busy doing that sort of thing. And then the maids would be with you when we were away, but we went home plenty of hours. We got home at lunch and probably stayed.
So what kinds of things did they do?
You played out in the backyard a lot, and the other maids would bring the kids they were nursing, and it was fun. You'd have the neighborhood kids and the maids.
Yeah. Quite a circuit. And does any one of them stand out? We mentioned
Louise was great, yeah. And she was Rosie Greer's cousin, but Louise was thin as a rail, and Rosie's huge. And she was very intelligent, and she quit eventually and took a nursing course. And then she and her son Tony moved to Washington, D.C., where Tony, when he grew up, became a policeman. And Louise, I don't know for sure where she is now. I could find out from Leola, that works for Cornelia.
Yeah. So Leola knew her.
Yeah, they were close friends, kept in touch. But Louise was wonderful.
Yeah.
And then we took several nurses to the beach when we'd go. And Liz knocked Mary Worthy's glasses off accidentally into the Gulf of Mexico. And so we had to do something about that. But we'd have a house, a cottage, and the carport, and then the maid's room. And some of them were homesick, and some of them adored it. Mary Worthy liked it. But it was a big help.